Okay, this is a recording to help you guys if you were absent while some of us went over parts of the review. I may not work everything, but I'm hoping that I will work enough problems so that you kind of get an idea and that you can follow along and get through these and kind of help yourself out. If you hear that bell, that's not your bell. Anyway, all right. Number 14, Micah and his brother found some cash at a bus stop. They split the money evenly, each getting $16. How much money did they find? Okay, X is what you don't know. That's how much money. Okay? You know that whatever money they got, they split it between themselves, and there were two of them, and they wound up getting $16 when they split that money. Okay? So what you can do is you can say, all right, I know whatever they got divided by 2 was 16. Dividing by 2, the opposite operation is multiplying by 2. So I'm going to do that to both sides. And I'm going to get X equals 16 times 2. X is $32. So they found $32 at the bus stop. Okay, some of you might have approached this a little bit differently and thought to yourself, okay, there's two people, they each get $16, so how much money was total? And so maybe you were thinking 16 times 2 gives you X. Either way you do it, you're going to wind up with 32. This, if you thought about it this way, it's basically this after we've taken this step, okay? Same difference. 15 says a large box of cereal costs $3.50. How many boxes can you purchase with $28? So you walk into the store with $28, okay? Guys, let's just pretend that this is $4. If it's $4, I can buy one box, that's $4, two boxes, 8, 3 boxes, 12, 4 boxes, 16, 5 boxes, 20, 6 boxes, 24, 7 boxes, that's 28. Okay, if it costs $4. So mentally, I was doing, all right, $4 times 7 boxes is what I found equals 28. Okay, it's not actually $4 a box, it's only $3.50 a box. But what I need to know is how many boxes can I buy? How many boxes of cereal? Okay, so that's the variable that we're looking for. We know that each box costs $3.50. We also know that the total amount I can spend is $28. So I'm thinking, all right, well, I'm not going to say $3.50 plus X. That doesn't make sense. Or $3.50 minus X. That doesn't make sense either. I'm going to take $3.50 and I'm going to multiply it by the number of boxes I have. Okay? So $3.50 times the number of boxes equals 28. How do I get the number of boxes? Well, right now, these two are multiplied together. Get X by itself by doing the opposite. So divide by $3.50, divide by $3.50. Okay? I'll let you guys actually do the math, but you just clean it up, and it's 28 divided by 350. Okay? Remember, if it cost $4 a box, we could buy 7. Okay? If for some reason cereal was super expensive and it cost $7 a box, we could only buy 4 because 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, so you need to find out how many boxes you can afford if the boxes are $3.50 a piece. All right, number 16. Jada swam 200 meters more than Molly. Jada swam a total of 800 meters. How many meters did Molly swim? Okay, so I know 2 things about Jada. Jada, whatever distance Jada swam, it was Molly's distance plus 200, okay? I also know that Jada swam a total of 800 meters, okay? Here's the deal. Jada did this. Whatever Molly did plus 200 is how far Jada swam. And they told you Jada swam 800. So really, the distance Molly swam plus 200 equals the 800. Did Jada swim this length? Yes, that's what Molly did plus 200. They told you Jada swam 200 meters more than Molly. Okay, so this is what Jada swam. This is what Jada swam. They are equal. Set them equal. How do I get Molly's distance? Well, Molly plus 200 equals 800. So I do the opposite operation. Molly swam 600 meters. Okay. Number 17, a recipe calls for 2.5 cups of sugar, and you already have, or you've already added 0.75 cups. How many more cups of sugar do you need to add? Okay. Basically, let's do box style. Top is my total. I need a total of 2.5 cups of sugar. Okay. I've already added 0.75. So what else do I need to add to get this total of 2.5? 0.75 is what I already have, plus how much I need to add is that question mark. We'll just call it X. So I've already added this. I don't know how much more I need to add, but when I do, I need to have a total of 2.5 cups. Okay. To get X by itself, right now, 0.75, there's no positive out here written, but it's positive. So this is plus 0.75. In order to move that, we're going to say minus 0.75. And when we do that, X will be all by itself on this side. But whatever we do to one side, have to make sure that we do to the other side. Okay? So 250 minus 0.75, make sure to line up your decimals, and that will give you your answer. How much more do you have to add? Okay, and you should be able to work that. Okay, Jefferson High School has an enrollment of 1,864 students. In May, 564 students will graduate. How many students will be enrolled after graduation? So what we're looking for is right here. X is going to be students enrolled after graduation. Okay. How do we figure that out? Right now, there is a total of 1,864 students total. But in May, 564 of them are going to graduate. So how do I get this missing number? Okay, because that is the number of students that we're still going to have after graduation. Well, I know that the 564 that graduate plus the ones that remain are going to give us 1,864. Okay. To get X by itself, remember 564 right now is a positive number. Let's do the opposite, subtract it. How do I know I'm subtracting it? Well, these two, they're not multiplied or divided together. So I'm just going to do the opposite here. That's positive. So let's do negative or subtract. And so your X will be whatever the answer is to this, to this subtraction problem. All right, Miss Turner baked 120 cookies. She decided to give 1/6 of them to her students. How many cookies did she take to her students? Okay, so X is going to be the number of student cookies. Okay. She has a total of 120 cookies. 1/6 of them she's going to bring to her students. Usually in word problems, when you're trying to build an equation, of means multiply. She decided to give 1/6 of the 120. 1/6 of 120 is the number of cookies. Okay. Okay. You can also think of this as if there's 120 cookies, 120 times 1/6 is the same as saying 120 divided by 6, and that's going to give you your missing number. Okay, 120 divided by 6 happens to be 20. So she's going to bring 20 cookies to her students.